Today, we're delving into one of the most infamous and haunting missing child cases in modern history, the disappearance of Madeleine McCann. This is not just a story about a missing girl. It's a story of heartbreak, global intrigue, and the relentless pursuit of answers. It's a mystery that has captivated the world for over 15 years, sparking countless theories, investigations, and debates. Together, we're going to examine the timeline of events, the evidence, or lack thereof, the suspects, and the theories. By the end, you might find yourself with more questions than answers. So, what really happened to Madeleine McCann? Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you won't miss any of our upcoming content. The perfect holiday turned nightmare. It was May 2007, and the McCann family, Jerry, Kate, and their 3 young children, including 3-year-old Madeleine, were on a much-anticipated holiday in Praia da Luz, a picturesque resort town on Portugal's Algarve coast. It was the kind of place that seemed too serene for tragedy. The McCanns were staying in a ground-floor apartment at a family-friendly resort, the kind of place where parents could relax, feeling secure in the knowledge that their children were safe. But on the evening of May 3rd, that sense of security shattered. At around 8:30 p.m., Jerry and Kate McCann left their 3 children, Madeleine and her younger twin siblings, asleep in the apartment while they joined friends for dinner at a nearby tapas restaurant. It wasn't far, just about 50 meters away. The group had a system. They took turns checking on their children every 20 to 30 minutes. At 9:05 p.m., Jerry checked on the kids. All was well. The children were sound asleep, and nothing seemed amiss. But at 10 p.m., when Kate went to check on them, her life changed forever. The window was open. The shutters had been raised. And Madeleine was gone. Chaos and confusion. The moments following Kate's discovery were chaotic. She reportedly ran back to the restaurant, shouting, "They've taken her." The group scrambled to search the area, but there was no sign of Madeleine. The Portuguese police arrived, but their initial response was far from ideal. The apartment wasn't properly secured as a crime scene, meaning crucial forensic evidence might have been lost. Witnesses came forward with conflicting accounts. Some claimed to have seen a man carrying a child, but descriptions varied. As the hours turned into days, the search expanded. Hundreds of volunteers scoured the surrounding area, but there was no trace of Madeleine. The media frenzy. It didn't take long for the disappearance to make international headlines. The story of a little girl vanishing from a seemingly idyllic vacation spot gripped the world. News outlets from Europe, America, and beyond descended on Praia da Luz. The McCanns quickly became household names, their faces plastered across newspapers and TV screens. The public's reaction was divided. Many empathized with the grieving parents, but others questioned their decision to leave the children alone. Kate and Jerry faced a tidal wave of media scrutiny. Every action, every statement, and every emotion, or lack thereof, was analyzed and criticized. The investigation. The Portuguese police launched an extensive investigation, but cracks soon began to show. The lead detective, Gonçalo Amaral, came under fire for what many viewed as a slow and inefficient response. In an unexpected twist, the McCanns themselves were named as suspects in September 2007, just months after Madeleine's disappearance. Amaral suggested that Madeleine might have died accidentally in the apartment and that her parents covered it up. However, no evidence supported these claims, and the McCanns were officially cleared in 2008. Theories and suspects. Over the years, numerous theories have emerged. Some believe a stranger abducted Madeleine, possibly a child trafficker. Others suggest a burglary gone wrong. One of the earliest suspects was Robert Murat, a British expatriate living near the resort. His behavior during the initial search raised suspicions, but no evidence linked him to Madeleine's disappearance, and he was eventually cleared. In 2020, German authorities identified a new suspect, Christian Bruckner, a convicted sex offender with a history of crimes against children. Bruckner was living in Portugal at the time Madeleine vanished, and investigators believe he may have been involved. However, no charges have been filed to date, leaving the case still unresolved. A family's relentless search. Despite the years of heartbreak and unanswered questions, the McCann family has never stopped searching for Madeleine. They launched the Find Madeleine campaign, raising funds to hire private investigators and keep the case in the public eye. Their determination has inspired a global movement, reminding the world of the countless children who go missing every year. Madeleine's story isn't just about one family's tragedy, it's about the universal hope for justice and the safe return of the missing. Why does this case resonate so deeply? What makes Madeleine's story so compelling is that it could happen to anyone. Her disappearance taps into every parent's worst nightmare, a child vanishing without a trace, leaving behind a void filled only with questions. What's next? As we stand here today, more than 15 years later, the case remains open. Every so often, new leads emerge, but the mystery endures. Will there ever be closure for Madeleine's family and the millions of people who have followed her story? Your turn. Now it's your turn to weigh in. What do you think happened to Madeleine McCann? Was it a tragic accident, a planned abduction, or something else entirely? Let's discuss in the comments below. And if you're intrigued by unsolved mysteries, stay tuned for our next video, where we'll dive into another case that will leave you questioning everything. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode of True Crime and Twisted Tales.